Hello, everybody. So, as you can tell from the title, in this video, we're going to be talking about why I believe that Gemini is the most ADHD sign. Now, before we even start, okay, this is not a diagnosis. This is just for fun. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that only Gemini people have ADHD or that all people who are Gemini have ADHD. No, that is not what I'm saying at all. This is just a fun little theory where I compare the ADHD traits to the Gemini sign and where I see the similarities. I actually feel like quite a few signs scream ADHD to me, but on top of that list is Gemini. Like, that's the number one sign that's like, yeah, we're all over the place. Some other signs that scream ADHD to me are like Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aries, but this video is about Gemini. So, again, this is not a diagnosis, nor is it meant to be taken seriously. So, please do not go to your psychiatrist and be like, I'm a Gemini, therefore I have ADHD. No, that is not what I'm trying to convey. Now, me personally, I am a Gemini, and I also happen to have ADHD. So, I feel like a lot of my life, I was just always like, and I've been recently diagnosed too. So I was always just like, oh, I'm just a Gemini. I'm just a Gemini. But, turns out I had ADHD. So I could see a lot of the overlap. That's just why I'm speaking on this. But let's get into my reasons why I believe that Gemini is often the sign that is closely associated with embodying the characteristics of ADHD. So, point number one is that Geminis are often seen as very talkative, social, and eager. We're ruled by the planet Mercury, which is associated with communication, intellect, and quick thinking. Geminis are drawn to stimulating conversations and love learning about different perspectives. And this, to me, looks like people with ADHD's impulsive need to engage and move between activities, constantly searching for something mentally stimulating. Again, Geminis are quick thinkers, which means that they often have ideas racing through their minds, jumping from one topic to the next in conversation. And this can make our speech seem scattered and jumpy, which is similar to ADHD symptoms of racing thoughts. Sometimes it seems like our thoughts are moving so quickly that it's hard for other people to keep up. Because Gemini speaks so fast, it can often lead to them speaking without a filter, which can lead to them blurting out thoughts as they come to mind rather than waiting for the right moment. And when I say this, I think of Kanye, you know, Ice Cube. There's like a filter in our speech is similar to people with ADHD's tendency to speak without considering consequences or even interrupting others. It's just a part of Gemini's natural inclination to communicate as much as possible, you know? And my next point is seeking novelty. Geminis are natural explorers and are always looking for fresh new experiences to stimulate their minds. This drive for novelty aligns closely with ADHD tendencies where excitement is only found in variety and change. Okay, people with ADHD don't like being bored. No, they like constant change and constantly learning about new things. And the worst thing you can do to a Gemini is to bore them. Gemini don't like being bored, period. Geminis are highly curious and are often drawn to new ideas, people, and experiences. This hunger for knowledge can make them easily distracted by new interests. This is a trait that is shared by those with ADHD who also tend to seek out new information and enjoy learning about a wide range of topics. Both Geminis and people with ADHD tend to become restless in environments with too much structure and routine. Gemini often feels uninspired by day-to-day routine, which is similar to people with ADHD who often experience a dip in motivation when they are not engaged in something that is novel or stimulating. The phrase jack of all trades, master of none highly speaks to both Gemini and people with ADHD because they both crave fresh experiences, love variety, are spontaneous, and they're enthusiastic in trying new things. They're often seen as curious and restless. This brings me to my next point that both people with ADHD and Geminis love to multitask and have shifting interests. I can tell you myself, as both a Gemini and a person with ADHD, I have 1,001 hobbies, okay? I sew, I paint, I can play the piano, I like writing rap songs. Like, I can basically do everything, but I don't think I'm necessarily great at any one thing. Geminis tend to have many interests and often struggle to focus on just one thing at a time. We are known for wanting to dabble in a little bit of everything, which might come across as a lack of focus or a tendency to get bored quickly, something that many people with ADHD can relate to. Which brings me to my last point of adaptability and flexibility. Gemini is a mutable sign, which means that we are naturally flexible and adaptable to change. And this means that we can thrive in changing environments and embracing new ideas. And this trait closely aligns with the spontaneity and creative thinking seen in people with ADHD because in order to adapt, you have to be creative. However, on the flip side, this flexibility can also lead to a lack of structure, which can be liberating but also feel chaotic and disorganized. Although both Geminis and people with ADHD can quickly embrace change, creatively solve problems, are spontaneous, and can handle multiple perspectives, this can lead to a lack of balance and stability. That's it. Those were my main points on how I see Gemini and ADHD traits overlapping. And like I said earlier, I see other signs too having traits that overlap with ADHD, like Sagittarius, because they're adventure seeking and also just as restless as Gemini. Aries, because they're impulsive and energetic, and also Pisces, of course, because they're very dreamy, imaginative, and in their own world. Yeah, let me know what you think. Do you relate to Gemini traits? Do you have ADHD? Do you think there's another sign that could rival Gemini as the most ADHD? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you think this video is silly? And like I said, I've been recently diagnosed just this year. So I'm just trying to find the positives and trying to find a balance within myself. So I think a video like this is very fun and helpful for me to understand myself. So yeah, let me know if it helps you understand any part of yourself as well, because that's all I want to do. Just share myself with the world. So yeah, this was fun, but bye.